People always seem to ask me, when is the best time to buy a house in San Francisco? Spring, summer, after the election, when the rates drop? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The real answer is, it depends. In today's video, I'm gonna break down exactly what you should be watching so you know when the timing is actually right for you. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, by the way, my name's Alex Epstein. I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the city. If you ever think you may need some help or have anything you want to talk about related to real estate in the city, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to be a resource for you. For anyone watching this video, I hope that you had a great 2025 and I wish you nothing but the best in 2026. Let's get into the video. If you're thinking about selling a home in San Francisco, whether it's this year or sometime in the near future, this video will walk you through seasonal trends, market cycles, interest rates, and a few San Francisco specific factors you should be looking out for. Most people overlook one or a combination of these, so please stay till the end of the video so you can be the most informed. Starting off with number one, the traditional best time to sell in San Francisco. Like many markets, spring is historically the strongest season here in San Francisco. During March through June, we typically see the most amount of buyers looking for a home on the market. We also see the best weather for showings. And lastly, homes tend to show better with more daylight and better curb appeal. It's also important to note that many families want to move before the next school year. There also tends to be some buyers that come back from having winter hesitation. Unlike other cities, San Francisco does not have extreme seasons. With that being said, the spring advantage still exists, but it's not as dramatic as people may think or as other markets. Number two, why fall and sometimes even winter can be better. Now, this might be different than what you're used to, but the truth of the matter is that during the winter, there is far less competition from other sellers. Furthermore, buyers shopping in the winter or fall tend to be much more serious than in the spring or summer. Keep in mind that fewer listings can make a well-priced home stand out from the competition, especially when supply is lower. Sometimes in San Francisco, October, November, and even January sales tend to outperform expectations when inventory is light. And as we all know, inventory has been historically light for the last few years. Investors, relocation buyers, and downsizers don't want to wait till spring and summer. These are just some examples of segments of buyers or buyers' avatars that could be buying in the fall or winter months that are less prone to waiting till spring or summer. One other note I'd like to make is that condos and smaller homes can do very well during the off season. Section 3. Market cycles matter more than the calendar. The title says it all. While seasonality matters, what's happening in the market matters the most. And obviously, while some of that is dependent on seasonality, a lot of that is dependent at the current environment at the time. That means things like the rates, the inventory versus the supply, and other key factors like that matter much more than just seasonality in and of itself. The market really depends on a myriad of factors, and you have to take all of these into account. In a rising or bull market, waiting can help. The reason for that is because if you're at a time point, let's say it's here and the market's here, but it's going up, obviously waiting means that you're going to achieve the difference or the delta in that, meaning that you'll be getting a higher price. However, in a flat or soft market, timing depends more on execution. I've seen sellers wait for the perfect month and miss the best pricing window entirely. There are a few important factors here that you should consider. Inventory levels is for one. So obviously the real estate market works similarly to other financial markets, that when inventory is high, prices go down, and when inventory is low, prices tend to come up. Next is days on market trends. This actually tells you how strong the demand is and how fast things are trading. And lastly, buyer sentiment. When buyers are feeling really good about the economy and where things are, and people are making money and there's lower employment, obviously markets are gonna do better, especially real estate. One way I like to think about this is when the stock market is at all-time highs and people are doing really well and making money and it's a bull market, people are gonna be more likely to wanna spend money, and that can in fact help with real estate prices. But when the stock market's going down and we're in a negative market and people are losing money and people are losing jobs and there's more hesitation out there, that's when prices may be affected in real estate. And if prices aren't affected, that's when days on market could be affected. Ultimately, if buyer demand is going up and inventory has not caught up yet, that's often a strong time to sell regardless of what month it is. Section 4, interest rates and buyer psychology. We all know that interest rates are important, but interest rates directly affect buyer affordability. One thing that makes San Francisco unique from other markets is that many transactions here are done with all cash. Now in those transactions, obviously the interest rate did not matter as much as ones where financing was needed. But with that being said, interest rates do tend to affect the market as a whole. So if anything, it will affect the price of said property. Something that I found interesting is that rate drops don't always help sellers, especially in the immediate term. And sometimes buyer activity spikes before rates even drop. Some of the best selling opportunities happen when interest rates stabilize, not necessarily when they drop. I think this could be because buyers adapt to interest rates drops faster than sellers expect. Also, as I alluded to earlier, confidence actually matters even more than headlines. Number 5, your property type matters. Single-family homes tend to perform the best in spring and early summer. That's due to the fact that most people that buy these are in families. Many times it's an emotional decision, and they are looking at it as long-term owners. On the flip side, for condos and TICs, buyers tend to be more interest rate sensitive. They also often sell better when inventory is low, regardless of the season we're in. For older properties or fixtures to sell well, buyer confidence needs to be high. On the other hand, turnkey homes tend to sell well no matter what season we're in. Number 6, the real question you should be asking. The question should not be when is the best time to sell my home, but rather, in what conditions do we need to be in order for my home to sell for a maximum available price? For this to properly take place and for you to get your maximum price, you need the following: the right pricing strategy, a strong presentation, market momentum, and a clear plan for what you're doing after the sale. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home and need help with deciding when is the best time for you, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to be a resource. Comment down below when you think will be the best time to sell your home in 2026. And lastly, it would mean the world to me if you can like and subscribe to keep up to date with my real estate content here in San Francisco. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.